Alright, so today I'm going to show you how I put a bait tank on the back of my PA-14 for keeping shad alive while I'm out striper fishing. So let me go through the components first. This is a 14-gallon KeepAlive oxygen infuser, and what that basically means is this shad tank has, open up the lid here, and it's a little hard to see, but down in here we have two things going on. So we have the pump, and this pump connects to a battery, but it also has an air line that goes to it, and it snaps down in the bottom in here. There's a little lever, so I usually set it up so that it's blowing against the wall, so it creates a circular current. And that air line attaches up inside of here to the wall. And what it does is it comes to this little valve that's right here. So as that pump is running, it's sucking air through this valve and circulating into the water, which is great. That adds oxygen, and that's what you want. But here in the Texas heat, I want more oxygen. So what I have is this ceramic diffuser. This is made by KeepAlive as well. It's got suction cups, so you can suction cup it to the bottom. Right now it's dry, so it's not sticking. And then I just run that line out through the hole in the top right here, and that goes over to this piece here, which is an oxygen bottle. And then the oxygen bottle is connected to a regulator, and the regulator feeds that air stone. This regulator is a special regulator from KeepAlive, and you see that it has settings that from 1/32 up. So this thing really cranks out a small amount of air so that the bottle lasts longer. And then this bottle, you can buy a bottle from KeepAlive, but good luck getting them filled. I decided to go with a standard small bottle that I can exchange for like 15 bucks at any oxygen supply place. The problem is if you want to get these things filled, it can take a day up to a week before they get around to refilling it. So I just got one that I could easily exchange. The bag came with the system that I bought, and then I strap all this to the bait tank so that oxygen bottle doesn't fall over. So what I do is I fill it up with water. I'll fill it up with lake water, and then I go ahead and connect my battery terminals to a small battery that I'm running on the back here. That runs the bilge pump, and then I turn on the oxygen. I'm not going to do it right now, but you turn on the oxygen and then turn on your regulator, and it starts pumping oxygen out that air stone. So you're getting 100% pure oxygen, plus more air being pumped in through the bilge pump and then getting your circulation. And then there's also some foam around the bottom of the pump, which helps filter some of the shad scales and stuff out. Then I'll put in a few scoops of KeepAlive or Bait Saver to help keep the shad alive. And the oxygen comes out at, I think it's 55 degrees. So it actually helps cool the water. So not only are the shad getting 100% oxygen, they're also getting a cool down effect. So this system works really good. It will keep shad alive all day long. 14 gallons is a little bit big for the back of the kayak. The weight of the bottle and the water in there and the battery makes the back a little bit heavy, so I wouldn't want to do this in rough water because you will get a little tippy. I try to keep the kayak not loaded down at all so that I can keep it as light as I possibly can. So I'll get it filled up here in a second, and I'll run it through so you can see what it looks like when it's running. Okay, so now I have the bait tank full, and right now just the bilge pump is running. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but you can see the water circulating. So that's what we want. We want the water to circulate. But down inside there, in fact, I think I can just stick the camera down. Alright, so you can see the bubbles coming out from the bilge pump. That's just ambient air that it's sucking out through the valve on the side over here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to turn on my oxygen. I'm going to open up my valve a little bit, and I'm going to crack open my oxygen. So I'm going to open that bottle up. Alright, so I have my oxygen running. I've got it set right now at 1/4, and this is really cool. If you look at this diffuser, you see how fine those bubbles are coming off of there? It's almost like a mist, they're so fine. That's going to dissolve that oxygen in the water really quickly, and allow it to really affect those shad and give them a lot of oxygen. This thing's supposed to run for 100 and some odd hours on this bottle, so we'll give it a test tonight and see what happens, but so far I'm very happy with the results of what I'm seeing. So I've cranked the oxygen up to 1/4, and it's amazing the amount of oxygen being pumped through this thing. This should really, really help.